on the West Coast, April 8th, 2022. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. If you're looking to get some of the new XRP merch, the XRP, the XLM, the XDC, I hope your bags are packed. Not financial advice, but if you're looking to get the drip, head on over to zachrector.com. The links are down below. You can find it very easily. Head on over to the website, zachrector.com. We appreciate all of you guys in this community. We got a session for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Let's run it up. All right, folks, so I just wanted to remind everyone, you got nothing to worry about here. Just take a look at Brad. This picture right here, I tweeted, that feeling when you went all in, hashtag XRP. We got Brad Garlinghouse looking amazing, sipping something fruity there on the beach down in Florida. And Ripple, as always, outclassing the rest of the Bitcoin community down there next to the Bitcoin conference there in Miami. You love to see it. Now, I also tweeted out today, Bill Hinman about to be the fall guy for the SEC, question mark. And that tweet's getting a lot of love. So yeah, if you guys can show some love over on Twitter as well, we are spreading the good message over there. I just want you guys to take one look here at Brad and remember what you hold. Remember where we're going. There is nothing to worry about. We have prepared ourselves for generational wealth. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get right into it, okay? So starting off, I wanted to take a look here at the technical analysis. Just one look. We got to zoom out on the charts. Really, unless you're doing the day trading, I don't spend time looking at the charts. I already told you guys I have not checked the prices of crypto today. I have no idea what the crypto market's at. I have no idea how much my portfolio is worth. I am a long-term investor, and we zoom out here on the charts. As you guys can see, that Bitcoin has been in a bull market since 2020 on the weekly. Just because the majority joined crypto late doesn't mean we are in a bear market. We are making higher highs and higher lows on the weekly. We are trending up until we close below the trend line. Bitcoin is bullish. So remember, when we talk about the markets here, a 20% move is a bear market or a bull market. So although technically speaking, we did enter a bear market in December when we dropped down, we went down as much as 40-50%. A lot of other cryptos down 70-80% actually. But if we zoom out on the charts here, you can see that the macro picture, guys, the trend is up. And until we close below 30K, that 30 to 33K level, we tapped down to 33K. That was a few weeks ago. But we're still holding strong, right? And obviously, you guys know I don't care for Bitcoin at all. But it is good to see that we're still holding this trend. The overall cryptocurrency space is on the brink of a mass adoption moment. So when we understand what's, what we're on the precipice of, I'm like Brad Garlinghouse here. I'm just having myself an adult beverage, sitting back, enjoying the show, knowing that when we come out on the other side of this thing, we've positioned ourselves accordingly to partake in some riches, in some generational wealth. Don't be stupid with your money when you make it, but strap in and have a plan here, because as we can see here, Goldman Sachs hates us. I see a chance that the Fed may need to hike rates past 4%. So it does appear that the Federal Reserve is continuing on. They're trying to tank this thing. If you didn't know any better, you would think that they're trying to collapse this thing, because the market can definitely not afford going to a 4% interest rate hikes, as we did back in the previous inflationary crisis of the 70s. In the 80s, Paul Volcker came in and he started raising rates dramatically. We were at much higher interest rates. Currently, we are at 0.25 to 50 cent to 0.5, 0.5%. So we're between 1/4 to 0.5%. And you have this Goldman guy saying that we need to go past 4% to fix the inflation issue. That's why he's saying that we need to go to 4%. We will not be able to handle that. And I'm going to show you a couple news pieces here on how Main Street here, the real estate market, it's already being felt. We're already seeing the numbers. The mortgage applications have fallen off a cliff. The pain is already here. So although the future is bright, we know what we're sitting on the other side of this thing. The times are going to be rough here. And I don't know if this is going to last months, if this is going to last years. We prepare for the worst. We pray for something better. And that's what we're doing right now. Now, continuing on, Now, huge shout out to Johnny up in our Discord group for sharing this with the group. This is coming from Gold Telegraph. Breaking news. The United States Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, that's the FDIC, asks banks for info on crypto activity, citing potential systemic risks from certain crypto assets and activities. Now, that would be Tether. That would be the ticking time bomb that is Tether, the biggest stablecoin, over 60% of the trading volume for the space. This thing goes, the whole space is going with it. So, you know, even in regards to our cryptocurrencies, we're here for the ride. I don't check the market. I don't care what happens. If we go down to 50 cents, I back up the truck. I take out loans against my whole life so that I can accumulate more digital assets. I mean, whatever it takes. When we go down, if we do go down to those levels, we'll be eating it up. If we catch the pump, like it's still looking like we will, then we have our exit strategy for that. We're going to exit all of our cryptos besides XRP. It's a very simple strategy that I have. Haven't been investing in cryptocurrency in a major way since earlier last year, really. You know, we've made very few purchases since December when we warned about heading into a bear market. So that's where we're at now. As you're seeing, the Wall Street story, the central banks, the Federal Reserve, they're all admitting that this story is up, that we have systemic risk, right? So this gets concerning because the FDIC insurance, that is what would be backing up your account up to $250,000, whether that's your account at your local bank, wherever you bank with, or these exchanges have started to become FDIC insured as well. But like we've been warning about, Tether's a ticking time bomb. Tether's been propping up Bitcoin. Ethereum, we know about the whole Ethereum free pass monopoly, and that's being exposed on a major level. We're going to get to that here shortly. So have a plan, guys. Check this out. The London Metal Exchange metal stockpile hit the lowest level since 1997. Now remember, they had to shut down the London Metal Exchange over the nickel crisis. We just had the nickel crisis, and now they won't let nickel move more than 15% in a day. The commodities markets are absolutely jacked up. As they state here, this is quite a moment in history to be a commodities trader. Take a look at this. Lithium, by the ton. Back in 2012, it was at $4,450 per ton. It is currently $78,000. I don't know what the percentage gain is. I can't do that off the top of my head. But guys, these commodity prices are jacked up, absolutely crazy. And this is going to affect many, many aspects of our lives. Especially us here in America, we're still sitting on many resources, but because of the Greenpeace agenda, they won't let us tap in to our own oil, tap into our own natural resources. The Bitcoin miners tell us that because they're going to be looking for more efficient Bitcoin mining, that Bitcoin miners are going to save the whole world. That's an interesting narrative from Michael Saylor and the rest of the hopium smoking Bitcoin maxis. But nonetheless, what we're seeing here is these commodities are getting absolutely jacked up. From 4,000 per ton in 2012, 10 years later, we're at 78,000 per ton. So when they tell you that the inflation rate is an 8% on the CPI, that is BS. Let's continue on here now. Now this is interesting to see because this is what Russia's doing with their gold and how they've pegged the ruble to their natural resources and their gold. So this is coming from the Young Predator on Twitter. He says, buy gold for 1,936 on the COMEX, sell gold for 2,059 to the Russian central bank, make 6% profit, wash and repeat until the COMEX is empty. Now, as we just stated in the last clip there, the London Metals Exchange is bust, right? Their stockpiles are down to levels not seen since 1997. And now you're seeing that Russia has pegged, they're accepting a higher price for gold, right? So they're actually taking gold at a discount for their rubles. And what this is doing is that this is driving demand for gold. This is driving demand for Russian oil and natural gas. And now they're cutting deals with the Saudis, the Chinese, the rest of the BRICS nations. The story of the US dollar petro system is over. And as you're seeing right here, you have a 6% arbitrage between what the COMEX is doing and what the Russian central bank is doing. Continuing on, this is from Luke Groman, we've been covering a lot of this guy's tweets. A lot of this guy's tweets from Luke Groman on Twitter. Many traders on FinTwit, which is financial Twitter, are saying that the ruble is not convertible. It's only a one-way trade. But this is not true. Oil and gas are functionally Russia's currency. Oil and gas are fully convertible hard currencies, and they are leaving Russia in very large amounts. And this is coming from reports that the Russian ruble extends gains firms to $74 versus the dollar on the Moscow exchange. Excuse me. That would be 74 versus the dollar on the Moscow exchange. Its strongest level seen since here in 2022. So strongest levels this year, we are already way past pre-invasion levels for the Russian ruble. And what he just stated here as well is that the ruble is not convertible. It's only a one-way trade. That's not true, because they can trade for gold and they can also trade for Bitcoin. And what they're doing right now is they're selling off their oil and gas. This is what's saving Russia during this time through all the sanctions and everything. As I stated in a video earlier today, they ripped the Band-Aid off. They're already starting to recover. Many people have already suggested they've already backed their currency by gold. As we're seeing here, they've backed it by gold and their natural resources. The trade deals are already being done, and the rest of the world is done getting bullied around by the United States. Russia's actually leading the way as far as turning away, because in the previous world order, as I talked about this before, in the previous world order, Russia was only a military threat. Back in the Cold War, it was just a matter of they had nukes, we had nukes, mutual destruction basically prevented that war. At this time, though, they can hold up in the currency war. They can hold up in the commodities war. They have the resources, and now they can sit at the table with the better hand than the West. Basically, they can force their hand for Germany, Europe, all of Europe that really could not survive without the Russian natural resources. So this is all part of the changing world order. Here in America, our standard of living is in jeopardy. So I know that we haven't seen it. We've seen some price effects at the pump. Today, I just got back from Costco. It makes me sick to my stomach how much I spent at Costco today. It's insane, right? So it's coming back home, and it's going to come back home in a major way. And my prediction is that we're going to see food riots and basically an energy crisis coming back home as well, which is a shame because we're sitting on a vast amount of resources here in this country. Now, this one's from Gold Telegraph. Somebody tell the youngsters that if they purchase $1 million piece of digital real estate, it does not matter if they have a digital garden. They will still be dealing with record high food prices in the real world. This needs to be said. Exactly. Now, it's not popular to talk to the TikTok kids about the energy crisis and the food crisis because they're still living at their mom's house and they're still living in their parents' basement. They don't pay for their bills, right? They just stack Bitcoin, trade NFTs, and hope that it goes to the moon. Those of us in the real world understand what's happening. We have families to take care of. We're actually preparing ourselves for the energy crisis, the debt crisis, the liquidity crisis. And the reason, the way that we're doing that, last night in my Discord, we held a prepping class where we talked about the basics of storing your food, your essentials, the basics of prepping. It's one of 2 prepping classes that we're going to be having in our Discord group this month. If you're looking to get into that group, head on over to zachrector.com. The way that we're doing and preparing for this crisis is we're doing the prepping classes. We're getting our prepping strategies up so that we have our food and our essentials. And then we're also understanding that we're budgeting for paying higher prices for our gas, for our diesel. We know that our rent's going to be jacked up 10 to 20% this year. We're already figuring that into our budget when we structure ourselves, our investment strategy for this year. And then when it comes to the debt crisis and the liquidity crisis, what we've been doing is we're actually, personally, I'm sitting on cash so that I can buy the blood in the streets. And then the second thing that we're doing is we're locking in fixed rate debt. These are all the same simple strategies that I've been talking about. If you guys have been tuned in here, you guys have been seeing me talk about this with my whiteboard sessions. Very simple strategies. We've been refinancing our debt to get it in at lower. We've been locking in lower rates. Now your mortgage is busted through 5% on that interest. So the affordability is about 100% higher than it was last year. It's basically doubled. The same house, it's going to cost you twice as much from an affordability aspect. The price, the median home has gone up from about 400,000 to 500,000 here in America, but that same house is going to cost you twice as much in your mortgage payment because of these interest rate hikes. So our investment strategy goes past cryptocurrency. We've already been talking about that ad nauseum over the last year. I've made the whole case for XRP, XLM, the rest of the utility coins. You guys already know the deal there. If you do have a little bit of gamble, a little bit of trading, if that's what you're doing, if that's your hustle, we love it. We love trading the NFTs, trading on the day trade futures. If that's your hustle, that's your game, and you've been studying it, you got skin in the game, you're willing to lose your money to learn, then that's great. But what we're doing is we're investing in cryptocurrency, we're investing in precious metals, we're refinancing our debt, locking in fixed rate. I have 0% debt on equipment in my business. That's basically getting paid to borrow because the real interest rate we know is 7 to 15%. So when I lock in a rate at 0%, I'm getting paid to borrow essentially because I'm paying back the loan over 5 years at 0%. It's just ridiculous. And then I use that piece of equipment to go generate cash flow, right? And so we've structured ourselves in a way that we're continuing to generate cash flow. We built this, the businesses are recession proof, depression proof. Now, the financial heads on Talking Head Media, CNBC, are still debating, are we going into recession or not? We've already structured ourselves for that, and we already know that people are feeling the pain. So what we've done is we've locked in contracts, we've raised prices, fire the clients that can't afford our services, and then just hammer away on a daily basis. I mean, one thing about me compared to all these other guys is we're putting in a lot of work, That's my landscape business. That's my media business. That's family life, pounding away on a daily basis. And we wake up every day and we know that we have a purpose to prepare ourselves during this time. And when times get tough, when our bag of XRP has done nothing, that's hard. I get it. But at the end of the day, I wake up here, we've done all the research on the partnerships. We know that this is inevitable. In the meantime, I don't get distracted by the FUD. I don't try to continue researching, I need to find new partnerships. I need to find more adoption. No, it's all coming once regulation's all done. In the meantime, I just focus on stacking my cash. Right? Every single day, show up to work 12 to 13 hours a day. No questions asked, 7 days a week, no time off. My woman has to pull me away to go spend time with family. If I'm not hanging out with you guys, if I'm not working on my business, I'm holding my baby or taking care of my girl. That's all we do. And we've been doing things in every single asset class. Studying all of this over the last decade, right? We're getting a lot of hate in the comments these days. That's fine. Views are down. That's fine. We run real businesses. We don't need clicks and views to pay the bills. We don't need sponsorships. I don't do any paid sponsorships. I come on here and I share the truth. I spit it from my heart, okay? This is me, right? You guys get to see within my soul because I can't do a filter. I don't do BS. I will never sell out. It's the same simple message day in and day out. And I understand if you guys are getting tired of hearing me talk about XRP, tired of hearing me tell you guys to have a plan, tired of telling you to get your ass in gear and get something done. I want you guys to be prepared right now. It's a serious situation. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in tonight. If you're looking to get in contact, just head on over to zachrector.com. Let's continue on. So this is what I was talking about. This tweet's from Nazma Ali. She says, friend of mine who works at a big bank, quote, big decline of mortgage applications since last month. All we get now are refinances. So basically people are broke. No new first-time home buyers are coming through these days, besides myself. See, while everyone else is running away, they're scared for their lives, and really they just can't afford it. They're getting squeezed. The liquidity crisis here, the debt crisis is here. They can't afford it. I'm getting myself in position knowing that I don't see many deals. I see a lot of people buying overpriced real estate, overvalued real estate. But I'm getting ready to make a move right now. When people are going to be struggling right now with the real estate market, this is when we're looking to get opportunities. We're coming in and we're we're coming in slinging. You have sold out if you have kids, but you choose money over their time. Everything I do on a daily basis is to take care of my little girl. So it's a matter of balance of, how much time do I need to spend with my girl versus how much time do I need to spend building generational wealth that takes care of my girl, right? So that's the perspective there. But I appreciate the feedback. I know we always got people here up in the comments that want to tell me how to parent, how to live my life. Appreciate that. Let's continue on here. Yeah, so as I was saying, the mortgage applications are way, way down. The numbers are already coming in. Remember, real estate lags about a month on the data. So we're starting to see, though, the data coming out is telling us that the mortgage applications are down. Everyone's refinancing because they're broke. People overextended themselves. Not as bad as 07, 08, but this thing's ready to pop. And the Federal Reserve is doing that by raising interest rates. Like the Goldman guy said at the beginning of this show, if they raise this thing to 4% interest rates, we are dead. Dead. Not homeless in the streets, dead. People, I mean, that might sound dramatic, but I mean that. Like, we're dead if we go to 4% interest rates. We're screwed if they actually do that. Now, I never take the Fed at their word, but that's all we have. We have to take the Fed at their word at what they're saying. Now, that Goldman Sachs guy, he's just speaking because he knows that inflation's about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy. From Zero Hedge, QE quantitative easing boosted asset prices, killed volatility, incentivized corporate buybacks culture. Check this out. Past 15 years, corporations have increased stock buybacks, $7.6 trillion of them. At the same time, increasing employee wages, just $4.6 trillion. This is coming from Bank of America. So they've been buying back more of their own shares, basically increasing the amount of the assets that they own. And at that same time, the employee wages have increased about half as much. And this is all because of the Federal Reserve and their policies pumping this thing into oblivion. It's been good for the crypto market because we've pumped. Bitcoin went to 60K. The Dow went to 30,000. It was great. We all got fat and happy, right? But the party's over. The party is over. The Fed is now popping this bubble. And in my opinion, basically Trump had this thing going, rocking and rolling. What happened was the events of 2020, and then that gave him the ticket to basically just print this thing into oblivion and basically, without just coming out and admitting bankruptcy, basically just admit that it's gone, right? And then he handed it back over to them in 2020 with the election, handed it back over. Joe takes over, and now Joe's running the show, and the house of cards is just collapsing. The whole system's falling apart, and that's just my perspective on how this has really gone down. And it is part of the reason why I do say that Trump's going to just walk right back into office in 2024 with ease. That's not my opinion on Trump. I'm not here to be a Trumper and do that. I'm just here to tell you guys how it's going to play out. It's as clear as day. He predicted everything, whether you like him or not. He predicted everything that's now playing out. He handed it back over to him. He basically wrote everything off in 2020 when they took our balance sheet from 4 trillion to 9 trillion. And then he moved the Federal Reserve basically underneath the Treasury Department, which basically brought back our Federal Reserve, our monetary policy, back under control of America. Instead of being controlled by a foreign entity in the Federal Reserve, which is not owned by America, it's owned by private central bankers, not of America. Right? So that's what he did in the structures. I've gone over the documents there as well. Blackstone did the custody solution. Our balance sheet went from 4 trillion to 9 trillion, and now the Fed's done. The party's over. They have no more ammo left. There's no more, they have no more firing power. And that's why this thing's falling apart. They're telling us that they're going to rapidly reduce that balance sheet that went to $9 trillion. But the problem is there's no buyers. Russia now owns none of our treasury bonds. They don't care about using the US dollar, right? This whole story's over. And, when I say we're watching the world stage play out, that's what we're watching play out, right? So, we've been talking about this situation here. It's going to increase the wealth gap. If we continue to get inflation, which we will, that's what's baked into the cake. The only way out of this crisis for them at this point is to inflate the currency into oblivion to pay back and cover their ass. They have to pay for these assets. No one else wants to buy our debt or allow us to take on more debt, right? They're no longer buying our treasury notes. So the party's over. To summarize it, to make it simple for you guys, the party's over. The punch bowl is not getting filled again. The party is over. But let's transition on over here to cryptocurrency. Thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. We got a few hundred on YouTube, couple hundred on TikTok. If you guys could hit that thumbs up for me, I would greatly appreciate that. If you're looking to get access to our community, head on over to ZachRector.com. If you're looking to get the merch, ZachRector.com. It's all over there. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all of you. Let's transition over to cryptocurrency. This is coming from Jake Shervinsky. This week marks the 3-year anniversary of the last time the SEC provided guidance on whether and when digital assets qualify as securities. In April of 2019, the SEC published a list of non-exclusive factors to consider under the Howey test. Since then, nothing but enforcement. Yeah, I mean, really, they've never provided guidance, and that's being exposed in the Ripple case, right? The Hinman speech they're now saying is that it was just his opinion. That was just Bill Hinman's opinion. That was not the official position of the SEC. So they've really not given us anything. And huge shout out to Widowmaker in our Discord group. Thank you for sharing. He was lighting up our chat today. Thank you, Widowmaker, for all the shares. This article right here from the Crypto Basic. The new email conversation shows Bill Hinman violated the SEC rules. So I'm just going to mention this because you guys have already seen this. This has already been circulating in the XRP community today, big time. Essentially, Hinman was already told by the SEC, do not go speak with Simpson Thatcher. You are not supposed to be speaking with them. That is a conflict, a criminal conflict. Okay? This scored some extraordinary emails regarding Bill Hinman, including one that shows that Hinman was warned that he has a, quote, bar under the criminal financial conflict with Simpson because you have an ongoing financial interest in the firm. That was tweeted out from James Flan, coming out from Crypto Law. That's John Deaton's firm. Hinman explicitly warned he may never meet with Simpson Thatcher while in office, then promptly and repeatedly violates the rule. 5 times after he was told, he went and met with a guy from Simpson Thatcher. Completely illegal. It is a criminal act. John Deaton says Hinman didn't just have, quote, retirement benefits. He had an ongoing financial interest in the success of Simpson Thatcher. The better his law firm did, the better he did. Helping clients, ethics told him not to meet with his partners, yet he continued. He was a double agent. So working for a big Wall Street law firm, right, Simpson Thatcher, while maintaining his post as the director of corporate finance at the SEC. Eleanor Terrett also quoting, and she's one of the few from Fox Business that is covering this. Eleanor Terrett, huge shout out to her, one of the few on mainstream news that is actually covering this case. It would be a, quote, criminal financial conflict. So this is criminal, guys. All the way up to the top. We already know how Gary Gensler, what he was involved in as well. This whole SEC, everyone in charge at the SEC, even including Jay Clayton, the former SEC chair, right? This whole thing's exposed. They have to settle this up. Now, I'm not going to predict here that we're going to have a settlement in a month, in 2 months. I just think that this thing will be settled up before anything major gets exposed. It's already really been exposed on a major level, but I would predict that they're going to wrap this thing up sooner rather than later because it's just getting to the criminal point. They're getting exposed for criminal charges. We already saw in regards to the criminal campaign conspiracy. I can't mention the name, but starts with the C. Ran against President Trump in 2016, right? We all know how that's been exposed as well. The criminal campaign conspiracy, Gary was the CFO. They are getting charged with RICO violations, racketeering, right? When we call it, it's perfectly called a criminal campaign conspiracy, right? And it includes everyone at the SEC. XRP, the Standard Productions, love his stuff. His satire is amazing. This is a fake post here from the SEC that he puts out. For the record, Bill Hinman's corruption was his own personal corruption and not the official corruption of the SEC. Thank you. So he's making a joke out of the fact that they're saying that Bill Hinman's speech was only his opinion, not the official position of the SEC. And this is why Ripple has them on fair notice defense too, which they can't lose on fair notice defense. If they lose on fair notice defense, then they can't go after the rest of the crypto space. Jeremy Hogan says, a good thing about having co-defendants is that they can raise the same issues from slightly different perspectives. Here, Attorney Solomon comes at the same issues as Ripple, but from oblique angles, and his preliminary statement really highlights the problems with the SEC's case. So this case is about, this is directly from the response. This is Attorney Solomon representing Brad Garlinghouse. This case is about the SEC seeking to do through after the fact litigation what it has failed to do through deliberative guidance and rulemaking. The SEC is seeking to push the boundaries of the securities laws into new areas where they have never been understood to apply before. It is seeking to send a regulatory message to the market and to create a new standard for how digital assets will be regulated in this country. And it is seeking to project its own jurisdiction into a newly emerging field without giving any clear guidance to the market, including Mr. Garlinghouse, as to how to apply the federal securities laws to this new type of financial technology. In short, it is now seeking to obtain a litigated victory on the back of regulatory opacity that it is self-created. The SEC has gone too far. The realization of its policy aspirations should not and cannot come at the expense of Mr. Garlinghouse's rights. They never had a case. This thing is completely over. We're just watching the show, right? So, scheduling update from James Phelan. And I know, this is so wearing. It's so frustrating, right? This case just keeps on getting pushed out and pushed out. But here's the next dates to watch out for. I know, I'm sick of it too, guys, you know. But I did just buy more XRP 2 weeks ago. So I'm taking advantage of these prices while we got them. Now that the individual defendants' answers have been filed, the SEC's position on additional discovery is due on April 15th. How are we still talking about discovery? Discovery was supposed to be over at the end of February. It's so ridiculous. But we get the SEC's position on additional discovery on April 15th. So that's 7 days away. Okay, we'll see that in a week. And the joint proposed scheduling order is due on April 22, 2022. So the joint proposed scheduling order is where they determine when we're going to have the final summary judgment for the discovery phase. So the summary judgment will be decided, the date will be determined by April 22, 2022. James Phelan says, also, we're still waiting for the decisions on the SEC's motion for partial reconsideration, the defendant's motion to strike the supplemental expert report, the defendant's motion to compel turnover of the Estabrook notes, and the decision on the SEC's proposed redactions. Unbelievable, you know, what the SEC is getting away with here. The name of the game is stall for the SEC, right? So the rest of the Wall Street boys can get in the show so they can cover up Bill Hinman, the corruption, cover up Jay Clayton, cover up for Gary Gensler. And all truth will be revealed. It's a great thing to watch. Let's continue on here. This was the huge news that came out today. Massive, massive news, guys, for XRP. Guys, let's run it up. And I just want to say, as frustrating as it is, we're holding this bag. It's doing nothing. We get made fun of. The kids make memes about us, right? Check it out, though. Who else is getting Michael Jordan's NFT collection coming to the XRP ledger? This is VSA Partners is excited to announce we are collaborating with Rare Air Media to launch an exclusive collection of Michael Jordan NFTs through the Ripple Creator Fund. Massive, massive news. Incredibly bullish for XRP, guys. The update just came out, so now XRP is going to be able to handle the NFTs. We're no longer in beta. Remember, Sologenic had built out their NFT marketplace basically by using the beta code, the beta network, right? Now we've upgraded. Now we're ready for NFTs. So it's basically just a full send on NFTs on the XRP ledger now. And right away, we get a major, major announcement of Michael Jordan NFTs coming to the XRP ledger. So great news for XRP. Here's another partnership for you guys coming out of Scilabs, CY Lab, Scilabs, I guess is how you pronounce this. Scilab or Kylab, I don't know how you pronounce this. Pleased to announce that Ripple will be founding sponsor of our Secure Blockchain Initiative. We are looking forward to being a part of such a forward-thinking program with the potential to make huge strides in the blockchain industry. Quote from Ripple. This is Ripple partnering up with Kylabs, which is the coming from the Carnegie Mellon University Security and Privacy Institute. Now, we showed you guys just a few days ago the connection to BNY Mellon, right? Well, we have two connections between Ripple and BNY Mellon. We have Sandra O'Connor, right? One of the Ripple board members, I think it was Sandra O'Connor, went to go join the board of directors at BNY Mellon. And then we also covered how the BNY Mellon family heir to the whole estate was a major, major XRP holder. And he had an untimely death. And at the time, he was continuing to stack up XRP during 2018. I forget how much he had, just millions and millions of XRP. So we already showed you guys that connection. But here we have another partnership, Ripple, investing in this program here over at the Carnegie Mellon University. Now, I wanted to cover this. I gave you guys my response video to the Bitcoin conference. If you guys haven't already checked that out, that was posted here today. My reaction to the Bitcoin maxis gone wild. Michael Saylor, Kathy Wood, and the ridiculous claims that they're making at the Bitcoin conference. That video was dropped today. If you guys haven't already checked it out, head on over and take a look. But this is the type of nonsense that is coming out of the Bitcoin conference. So Bitcoin Magazine here, major retailers and restaurants are accepting Bitcoin payments. So they list off McDonald's, Walmart's, Macy's, bunch of other big outfits here that are accepting Bitcoin. But Crypto Whale, I wanted to point this out, one of the OGs in the XRP community and in the Dispelling Bitcoin Maxis community. He says, this is so misleading. McDonald's equals 5 stores in El Salvador, which Bitcoin usage is down 95%. So he's saying that basically them touting that McDonald's is accepting Bitcoin for payments. That was only 5 restaurants, 5 McDonald's in El Salvador. And in El Salvador, we know that Bitcoin usage is down 95%. The bag of Bitcoin that president has bought for his country is in the red. That program is not working out, but it doesn't stop the Bitcoin maxis. And this is, to this point, this is what the overall cryptocurrency space was doing over the last year. They were basically paying for partnerships. They were going and doing photo ops. They were going and just shaking hands and having one meeting with someone. They were consulting. somebody and they call it a partnership. But that does not mean that they're using their token. And in this case, this is once again another cryptocurrency misrepresenting quote unquote partnerships and adoption. 5 McDonald's in El Salvador accepting Bitcoin. That is not that is not adoption, right? That program's not working out. Oh yeah, I forgot that I pulled up this CNN article on the interest rates, right? Yeah. So I pulled this up just to show you guys that, yeah, we're currently only at 0.25 to half a percentage on the Federal Reserve interest rate, the Fed fund rate. And that Goldman Sachs guy was talking to go to 4%. If we go to 4%, we're absolutely wrecked. We're at 1/4 to half a percent right now. We're at 0% interest rate, guys. So we continue to lock in fixed rate debt, good debt on cash flowing assets on our business. We know that we can cover debt service and we can still have cash flow. And that is the name of the game, right? Understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt. Let's check the market. Haven't checked the market all day. Oh, we're down again today. Okay. Bitcoin down to 42K. XRP down to 75. And ETH is at 3,200. Oh, sorry. We just updated. Bitcoin's at 42. My bad. Let's refresh this one more time. Bitcoin. It's like, who cares? You know, Bitcoin's at 42, whatever. ETH at 3,200 and XRP at 75. Okay. So, you know, we're going to continue to watch this. We'll see how it plays out the rest of the month. We're going into, I think that we are going into the final phase of this thing over the next month or so. I feel like I've been saying this for like the last 3 months, but we'll see how this plays out. The Fed wants to pop the party, pop the bubble. What we're doing, I've already gone over our strategies. If you're looking to get into our Discord group and join and get in, I just dropped my quarterly report where I gave my full forecast. We just had our prepping class last night. We're going to have another real estate class next week, a second prepping class later this month. What we're doing is covering all aspects of this thing. Cryptocurrency, precious metals, just added life insurance policy as well. Locking in fixed rate interest, building increasing cash flow, focusing on cash flow and stacking cash right now so that we can buy the blood in the streets. What else are we doing? The prepping, yep, covered that. The essentials, Second Amendment. Yeah. It's an amazing time to be alive, guys. There's so much opportunity on the other side of this thing. I do want to say that I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in, sharing this message, taking action, taking care of your family, taking care of your community, taking care of your church. And I know that I feel like in our community, we are looking to change the world on the other side of this thing. You know, if we do end up coming, when we do, I'm not going to say if, when we do come into this generational wealth, when we do change our lives for the better, on the other side of this thing, we will be able to rebuild, restructure, and rebirth a new society on a level playing field. I am super excited about the opportunities, but we always stay focused on the crisis at hand. How do we survive that? Because we know that we have the strategies to thrive on the other side, right? But with that being said, I just want to say thank you. All the links are over at zachrichter.com for the merch. If you need life insurance, you can head on over to zachrichter.com. Just hit the life insurance tab. If you need to head on into our Discord group, get tapped into like-minded individuals, head on over there, and it's all over there, zachrichter.com. Thank you for tuning in. Let's run into a rapid-fire Q&A. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in tonight. It is about 8:30 here on the West Coast, so we're going to run it up, late-night session, party with you guys. I do have a cold adult beverage next to me. So let's tune in, tap in, run it up. Thank you so much. Let's go rapid fire. TikTok, if you guys could tap the stream, share the stream. Do you ever tell people how much XRP you have? Yes, I have a few XRP. Yeah, that's a joke. No, I don't talk about how much XRP I got or how big my bags are. My situation is different from yours. How much XRP I hold is pretty much irrelevant. But I showed you guys my percentages. I did my whole portfolio on the whiteboard session, and 90% of my bag is XRP. 90% of my crypto bag, that is. When you include in cash and you include in precious metals, I've now taken a considerable, percentage of my whole investment portfolio is in silver. I got the precious metals bug as well, just because it's the original decentralized permissionless currency. And the government can't come and take it. I mean, unless they want to, they can come and take it, I guess. If fiat dies and we cash out in Fed coin, we're doomed. Yeah, I would just stop thinking about it in that sense. It doesn't matter what we're using for a medium of exchange. What we hold is we hold reserve currencies of the new financial system. We hold digital assets with utility, basically commodity tokens. They're basically commodities for the internet of value. They're needed utility for the infrastructure of the internet of value. So I don't worry about cashing back out into fiat at all. Don't worry about that. Central bank digital currencies are coming. Thoughts on the meat market? What? If 90% of your bag is XRP, you are down bad AF right now, LOL. You would be incorrect because my bag was packed under 20 cents. So my bag, oh, you do the math. What is that, a 4X? Yeah, almost a 4X. So I'm actually not down. And yeah, we're doing just fine. Is rainbow currency real? I'm waiting to see a lot of things in regards to that. Rainbow currency, Nasara Jasara. Nasara Jasara was supposed to go live 9/11/2001. So we'll see what happens. ApeCoin, distraction. Got here late. I'm going back to the beginning. Yeah, Rosemary, we're doing Q&A session now. If you want to stay and party with the Q&A session, we're going to have a fun time here tonight. 400 in the YouTube, couple hundred in the TikTok. Guys, if you could tap the screen, share the stream. Let's run it up, huh? We already got 20,000 likes. Let's go, TikTok. Majority of altcoins will be like the dot-com bubble. Yeah, 99% of crypto, just like the tech bubble. Yep, 99% of crypto's gone. This is the death. It's not like, oh, they're going into a bear market. No, it's over. Turn the key. Shut down the business. The founders are probably going to run for the islands, for the hills, trying to get away from the regulators, the SEC, and the people that they did wrong. What will be the consequences of the fourth industrial revolution? Will we be the next interstellar civilization? Yeah, so I think what's about to happen here is that you're about to be able to move information and money instantaneously at no cost. There will be no friction. But the crisis that we go through to get us through to the other side, I think really increases the wealth gap. So I think that going forward, we're going to have a two-tiered society, the haves and the have-nots. We're already there, actually, but that's only going to increase. The fourth industrial revolution, basically, it involves us connecting ourselves to the internet. Physically, financially, and spiritually. Yeah, that's what it is. Physically, financially, spiritually, we connect ourselves to the internet, the AIB system. Space Force, yep. Yeah, Space Force. God bless our military. God bless our military. God bless our troops. It just pains me to see our troops continually get caught up in these situations. We got embarrassed in Afghanistan, and it's not their fault. Our troops are amazing. We do have the best military in the world. But yeah, it's just a shame that we've been fighting these bankers' wars, that we've been just caught up in all these situations that we don't need to be in. an absolute shame. No, never going to get a spiritual connection to it. Yeah, many people will, right? Many people will tap in. Many people will put the chip right in their brain, put it right in their wrist. They already have, right? The microchips are already a real thing. So once you do that, then you're connected financially. What did I say? Financially, physically, and spiritually. Yeah. Yeah. And by spiritually connected to it, I mean they take out your spirituality. It's a spiritual war. And they've basically numbed. Most people are so numb. We've really lost that sense of spirituality. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't participate in some things. Some things, I always say, you got to draw your line in the sand somewhere, right? I have my values. I stand for something. I don't partake if it doesn't vibe with me. If it doesn't align with my views, I won't partake. I didn't partake. Our Discord has the spirit, Penelope, absolutely. Yeah, that's why our Discord group's so great on so many levels. Thank you, Penelope. I know you're up in there. Yeah, shout out to our Discord group. The community is absolutely amazing on every single level. Financially, spiritually. I guess we don't talk about fitness in our Discord. That's the only thing we're missing in the Discord. It's not a workout group. Oh wait, well we do have a health channel. We do have a health channel. So in that sense, but we don't have any workout plans in there for you. How do you see Riddler decodes and secret messaging authenticity? No, I believe in the riddles. I believe in numerology. I believe in all of that. Some of it's nonsense, obviously. I stopped doing it last year, but yeah, like I just don't have time to do the riddles or anything. I got enough information, and I don't worry so much about the dates. I don't worry about the timeline. I just worry about understanding what events are going to play out. The timeline doesn't matter. This month, next month, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years out. Everything that I study and position myself for is inevitable, in my opinion. So it doesn't matter about the timeline. It doesn't matter. I could try to figure out how the stars align, but for me, it's just I don't need to anymore. I'm occupied in other areas, and I will say, huge shout out to Waters Above Crypto. That dude is so on fire when it comes to the secret sauce, the numerology, astrology, tying it all together, that I kind of quit. I was just like, this guy's got it covered. Why should I spend my time on this when this guy just puts it together so perfectly? And then obviously there's a lot of other riddlers, decoders on Twitter as well that do incredible work as well. I don't spend much time on it anymore, but it's super fun. For me, it's what makes it fun. People are so worried. Is it real? Is it not? Oh, this timeline. Oh, he's been wrong. Just enjoy the show, guys. Just enjoy the show. Appreciate the fact that we're getting messengers from people inside the intelligence community. The world is flat. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think the world's round. A lot of people think the world's flat. There's a lot of jokers out there. Yeah, there's a lot of trolls. Yeah. Time is of the essence right now. So you need to prioritize your time right now. That should be one of your top priorities. Big rocks with the 10 spot. I can bring fitness to the group. Remember though, I don't wear Speedos and I'm bald. Jordan. Jordan's up in the group as well. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, thank you. That's an inside joke with our Discord group. I took down that picture, by the way. That was an inappropriate picture. I took it down. Yo, Stathis, I missed your super chat. Thank you, Stathis. They're trying to sabotage no notifications coming up that you're talking live on YouTube. You're coming in from Greece. Yeah. Guys, make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live. I always let my Discord group know, and I do try to give Twitter a shout out as well. Sorry if I missed any other super chats. I tried to scroll up and find them, but I can't scroll up anymore. Thank you for all the super chats and the gifters tonight, guys. I appreciate all the support. It really means a lot. Remember, we're just an independent media group. I just try to put out this truth. I don't do sponsorships. I don't do any paid promotion. Your support means the world to me. We never landed on the moon. Yeah, you know, it's like the story seems kind of sketchy to me, right? It just seems weird. Trump will come back onto Twitter because of Elon. Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's going to be a shakeup at Twitter. Seems like a lot of these companies are being consolidated or taken over. Like Twitter is a good example. XLM and XRP. Yep. We got the new XRP merch, which I really like this because my style is more simple. I do the more simple style, and I like this. So some people were asking, do you have anything not tie-dye on the merch? Yes, we do. Head on over there. This one has the XRP, the XLM, and the XDC. Uh-oh. We got to be on our best behavior, guys. We have Mr. B, the OG XRP. The man himself has showed up. Huge shout out to Mr. B XRP. Thank you so much for showing up, brother. Appreciate all your work over the years. One of the OGs that got me caught up to speed on XRP years ago. It's been an absolute pleasure to join you gentlemen up here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Yeah. You guys are getting crazy in the chat tonight. Thank you so much, guys. XLM is peer-to-peer. Yeah, the way that XLM has partnered, positioned themselves is for retail, is for the unbanked. It's not for the wholesale payments level like XRP. Yep. Anyone else having trouble buying XRP on Uphold? I haven't. What did I buy? 2 weeks ago was the last time I bought XRP. Maybe that was last week. Can't remember. Time's flying right now. I bought some more XRP just a couple weeks ago, though. Yeah, SD Imic, thank you for the 5 spot. A Crypto Glenn, I mean, you know, you say here, Mr. B's been wrong for years too. Well, here's the thing. Everything that we've been talking about is still at play. So maybe we've been wrong about some things taking place and actually playing out so far. But once it does happen, we will be vindicated. We will be validated. Mr. B is going to absolutely go down as a legend. Yeah. Nothing can stop what's coming. And I know that a lot of you guys have no patience. A lot of you guys are broke. And you can't handle holding this bag of XRP, right? So you're already getting shaken out. You're already capitulating. You already think that you know best. You're going to go do trading. You're going to go trade memes and NFTs. And I hope it works out for you. Buy some IOTA. Yeah, we did. I finally did just get some IOTA. That was a few weeks ago. Everything is still at play. Yeah. What is XDC? Trade Finance Solution, public-private hybrid blockchain. Definitely want to take a look at it. ISO 222 compliant. Yeah, we're big fans of it over here. Okay, we're going to pull up the charts here. We are zoomed in on the 5-minute, way zoomed in. On the 5-minute, which actually, I think we're going to I'm going to zoom out. We're going to zoom out to the 4-hour chart. I want to show you guys this. Show you guys this great bullish posture that we're still holding when you zoom on out on the charts, which is really the responsible thing to do unless you're doing day trading. But this thing is just still an incredible position. Do you buy XRP on Uphold or Kucoin? Well, both, but mostly Uphold. Mostly Uphold because I haven't been packing in my bags that much. So I just buy on Uphold. Would be nice to find out where I can store my XDC, Decent or Pal Titan. Links up down below for the Pal Titan if you want it. What are your thoughts on the metaverse coins like Mana and Sand? They got pumped, they got dumped, the hype's over. Jury finds Michigan guys not guilty, finds FBI played role in governor kidnapping. Yes, I'm going to be careful talking about that, Lori, but that's absolutely truth. They got completely exposed. And as always, our three-letter agencies are always snooping and getting up in there, infiltrating. And what they're doing is they're trying to spur people to do stuff. Inside jobs is the name of the game there. Inside job. Your thoughts on the Energy Web token? I've heard a couple good things about it. I haven't really looked at it. The poles are shifting. The electromagnetic field that protects us will go down 10%. March 2023. Yeah. 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 It's been a quantum shift. What's your opinion on holding crypto on Coinbase? I don't like holding crypto on any exchange. Yeah, the metaverse, the graphics are terrible. It's just immature. It's just immature. Thoughts on Songbird Canary testnet for Flare? I think that it's super cool to see what's going on with Songbird. I'm about to be dropping a deep dive on the Flare ecosystem, and then I'm going to be dropping one on the Stellar Lobster ecosystem as well. The word on the street is that they're tokenizing the stock market and they're putting these companies on the Lobster network. Sorry, on the Lobster exchange, and that's in the Stellar network. So the word on the street is that they're moving the stock market. Well, it's just now running on the Stellar network. So I just signed up for Lobster this week. I'm just now going deep on that Lobster system, checking it out. I'm still hesitant. I'm still not going to give you a thumbs up, thumbs down on that, but I'm researching it and it looks very, very interesting. I don't just poo-poo on stuff because it doesn't like make sense to me yet and I don't get it. And I haven't heard of it and like gone deep on it yet. About it though. I mean, you can go on Lobster and you can see Toyota, Sony. Yeah. Apparently they've tokenized these companies and their assets and they've put them on that Lobster exchange. Which would be amazing. I mean, for me, I'm stacking XLM, and this is exactly why. I'm stacking XLM right now. I'm up 300% on Lobster the last 10 days. That's awesome. That's awesome. Ryan Reed, 10 spot. Thank you for continuing to expose people to XRP. You're providing a great service for folks that have not had the pleasure. Hope to continue to see the grind in the future. Amen, Ryan. No plans of stopping anytime soon, man. We're just going to keep on hitting it hard. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited about Stellar, what they're doing. The chart on the screen is the 4-hour on XRP zoomed out to the 2021 all-time high. So, yeah, we're zoomed all the way out, taking us back to the April highs. That's that peak. So this is the wedge that we've been falling in since the April $2 price. Doge got me excited. Like, excited now? Is you gonna mention Omaha? I got some things to work out on that, Jay. But yeah, we 200th like. Yo, guys, could we please smash that thumbs up? I greatly appreciate that. Thoughts on Sologenic getting tokenized stocks? I haven't seen Sologenic getting any. Please highlight merch so it can send us to the website. Yeah, just go to zachrector.com and just hit the merch. Everything for me is over at my website, zachrector.com. The merch, the life insurance, get in our Discord group. It's all over there. It does appear that a lot of debt's going to get written off. A debt jubilee. Blue Cube, thank you for the gifts over here on TikTok. Thank you for all those roses. I greatly appreciate that. When do you think we'll reach $3 for XRP? Here soon. Here soon. Do you reckon XRP lawsuit is coming to an end? Here soon. Yes. You think I should pay off all my debt before? I can't speak on your situation. Eston Imic, thank you for the 5 spot. Will you sell off your XLM at this bull run? You mentioned you will sell off on all your crypto except XRP. Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, I'm planning on selling all of it. XLM, I'm not worried about being able to get again. XRP, I'm worried about being able to get. That's the problem. I would try to sell off my XRP and buy it back, but I just worry about being able to get it again. What are your thoughts on Jasmine? I think that it just got hyped. I haven't gone deep on it. I haven't really looked at it, but it seems to me like it just got hyped. Top 5 coins for you: XRP, XDC, XLM, Algorand, IOTA. How much solo? Brian, my man. Thank you for showing the love, Brian. Having a great Friday evening listening to you and your insights. Remember, patience is very important with crypto investing. All the best. Absolutely, Brian. Yeah. A lot of people are losing patience right now. A lot of people losing patience. Gensler's friend from college created Algorand. Yep. He's friends with the creator of Algo. Yep. What is XLS20? It's the upgrade for the XRP code. They updated the XRP ledger. Where's the $3 XRP? It's probably coming soon. Did I take the V? Good question. Zach, you have totally switched me from panic to planning. Thank you. I appreciate that. Transplant mom. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. For me, it's not about running like a chicken with our head cut off, running around in panic. It's about actually taking action. Oh, awesome. You're on the Discord too? Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for joining. Did I end up going to Miami? No, I don't have any interest or desire to go to the Bitcoin conferences. They basically just rent they rent whips and they rent Airbnb mansions and then just like have I'm not even going to say what else they do. I'm not going to say it, but it's not for me. It's not for me. I'm not interested in renting a Lambo, renting some mansion with 10 other dudes and acting cool. It's not for me. $15,000 XRP enough when they flip the switch? Then you haven't done enough research on XRP. Then it won't be enough. 15,000 XRP will not be enough if you have to ask that question. Why all this hate for Bitcoin? It just doesn't solve any problems. It gets nothing done. It's not about hating Bitcoin. It's about, there's better solutions. Bitcoin to me is irrelevant. It's, we don't need it. The world doesn't need it. Yeah, they rent a chick too. Exactly. They rent the whip. They rent the girls. Yeah, not for me. Bitcoin is just destroying GPUs. Yeah, I mean, why waste the energy on an inefficient network? Is Quant ISO 222? Some people say it is. Some people say it isn't. I haven't seen anything. It's ISO T37 or whatever it is. It's compliant with something else, not 222, but it's like T37. Yeah. Elon is solving the mining algorithm to minimize energy. No, no. I mean, but then again, it's like, why? Why put the energy towards that network when you could power whole countries? Like, look at what's happening across the world right now. Go look at the clips of Sri Lanka right now. The people are on the brink. I mean, they've been past the brink. They've lost it, and it's called an energy crisis. So why would you use the energy of a whole country to power an inefficient network when the world can't even afford to heat their home? It's done a better job hedging versus gold or silver and outperformed everything for the last 10 years. Yeah, but just look at how much they printed over the last 10 years. All assets went up. All debt-based assets went up. Right? So Bitcoin kind of just rode the wave, and it was first to market. It accomplished a few things. I'll give it credit for that. But we're so much farther past that. It's like, why are we hanging on to the past? Like, they can't upgrade it from proof of work either. That's the other problem. Greenland is using thermal. Yeah, everybody's using thermal. Everyone's using volcanoes. But why not power countries? Don't you get it? Why do we need to run a shitty network? There's no reason to run a shitty network. Excuse my language, guys. I'm sorry for swearing. But it's just like, why? We go all the lengths to extract energy out of a volcano to run a terrible payments network that 25% of the Bitcoin that got sent to the Canadian truckers for the freedom protest, the whole use case about peer-to-peer electronic cash, decentralized, permissionless, open source, rules-based, yet 25% of it got seized by the government. It's a waste of energy. It's the most secure network. That's not true. That's not true. It's more secure now that they're not doing the mining in China anymore, but still, it's not. 8 large mining pools do 90% of the network. Four large mining pools were doing 60% of the network in China. They kicked them out of China. China banned it. And now 4 large mining pools still do over 50% of the network. The mining pools are just not in China. So it is not the most secure. It would be relatively easy for someone to 51% attack Bitcoin. Why do you say 15,000 XRP is not enough if you haven't done research? It's because if you have to ask, is 5,000 XRP enough? Is 50,000 XRP enough? I get this in my comments. I get people who have hundreds of thousands of XRP that come into my chat and ask, is it enough? Why the hell did you buy 100,000 XRP? You're after asking if it's enough. Now, a lot of people just want validation, you know, and I get it. But my point is, if you have to ask, is it enough? You haven't done enough research. So, you know. Anyone can mine Bitcoin? That's actually not true. It's really actually hard to mine Bitcoin right now. You need incredible amounts of energy to be able to compete. We're not in the days of you just flip open your laptop and you can start mining Bitcoin and actually get something done. If it is a cashless society, they could freeze your bank account anytime they want. Exactly why I just bought silver. I didn't buy silver for the gains. I bought silver because they can't shut it down. If I want to transact it, I just go give the silver coin to somebody else for food, for water, for shelter, whatever I need. For property. Is it true there's only 2 million Bitcoin left to mine? Roughly, there's only a couple million left. What other coin is in line to absorb all the money? Not Bitcoin. Bitcoin will be lucky to surpass gold's market cap because that's the only use case it has as a quote unquote store of value. Which, what's the value in that? I mean, more fiat dollars, right? Like if Bitcoin does go to 500K, if it goes to $1 million, the average medium home in America will be 750 grand, right? Like a dozen eggs will cost you $10. So that's the only way that, like, that's the only reality where Bitcoin is that. And I'm not saying that that's not possible. What happens when all the Bitcoin has been mined? Well, that's it. That's it. Prepare for the pole shift. Say something. I see you. I see you. All the money into Safe Moon. I love it, Jay. When is the dang lawsuit gonna end? Here soon. Don't sponsor the One World Order, dude. I don't sponsor it. Okay. I'm just trying to understand it. Crypto Adam. What is good? It's a changing world order, whether you like it or not. It's the same thing happened World War I, World War II, Bretton Woods Agreement, when Nixon took us off the gold standard. It's a changing world order. Whether you like it or not, the change is here. Thoughts on H-bar? I think, God, don't fall for wartime. When does Bitcoin lose the #1 spot? I think after regulations are set, then utility takes off. Then Bitcoin loses the #1 spot. Yo, yo, yo. Wake up, brother. You sleep. You guys are funny. Slingshot engaged. We're about to fly. After the regulations are set, level playing field, it's off to the races. Any chance I could screenshot my wallet and you give advice? Nope, unless you join my Discord group, then we can talk. Can hear your blood pumping with that mic. That's supposed to be crypto ASMR. Yes, it is. I got you guys TikTok. You guys are on the little mic. You see the little mic? TikTok's on the little lapel mic. The bet with Adam is getting closer to the end. Yeah, I know we're still waiting on Adam to come through. QSP, isn't that, what is that? The Quantum Stellar, is that a coin? No, yeah, I'm thinking of the Quantum Stellar Initiative. I'm looking at them, the Quantum Stellar Initiative. They're putting out a lot of information about Lobster and how the stellar ecosystem is going to work. So super excited to learn more from them. Delta Nicoles, thank you for the 5 spot. Super chats, appreciate you guys. Adam's winning the bet for now. For now. Either way, I'm going to have to make a dance video on TikTok because if I lose my bet with Crypto Adam, I have to make a dance video. And then I said that if XRP, what did I say? If XRP breaks $10, that all I'm going to do is make dance videos on TikTok. So either way, here soon, it's just going to be strictly dancing TikToks. Sorry, guys. What about MJ and XRP? Yep, we put out the video today. Huge development. Super bullish for XRP. NFTs on the XRP ledger is going to kill these other cryptocurrencies. When you can transact or trade an NFT at no fee, it's over for Ethereum. It's so over for Ethereum. What will Michael Jordan NFTs look like? I don't know. I don't know if they're just going to be pictures of him in like some famous pictures of him. I don't know what it's going to look like. What are your thoughts on NFT traders on buying and selling their own to up their prices? Yeah, a lot of money laundering in the NFT space so far. Just, I mean, a lot of scams, a lot of BS, just hype, no utility. It's really unfortunate what's been going on in the NFT space so far, but super bullish for the NFT space going forward. Basically, we needed to get through this period where all the scammers, all the BS came through. It was just like the IPO craze, the ICO phase of 2018. Everyone was launching and making their tokens and stuff. And we saw that still going on this year, this last year. Actually get in on it. But I'm not looking to buy pictures. I could see the potential arbitrage, the hustle of flipping them, but yeah, it's not worth it to me. I'm excited for the utility that's going to be happening on the NFT space. I don't want to just buy a picture of a penguin or something, you know. I want to actually use NFTs as like contracts. XRP to 10K. Yeah, I just I titled my live video on TikTok XRP to 10K just to mess with you guys. Just to troll the TikTok trolls. XRP to 10K is what I titled this live on TikTok. just to mess with you guys. Although I do think it's going to 10K. I mean, I do. I'm calling it. Zach's going to get his own Ron Paul style "It's Happening" gif after the $15, $20 mark. Sam, thank you for the 5 spot. That's awesome. I'll have to look up that gif. I don't know if I know what that gif is. There's not a chance on this blue marble XRP goes to 10K. But the guys in the chat were telling me it was flat, that it wasn't a blue globe. Which one is it? You guys tell me. I can't figure it out. What's in the cup? A little drizzank. Can you bring XRP Lion on for an interview? I don't think that Lion wants to do an interview. He's been messing with me. He pops into the live chats. He shows up. Yeah, exactly, Jay. I'm excited to see the look on Bitcoin Maxi's face when they all realize what the utility metric is. These kids have no idea, Jay. No idea. How long have I been live? For an hour and a half. We've been pushing an hour and a half so far. I noticed it seems like a lot of, well, especially on TikTok, a lot of the other crypto kids are like gone. Like I just don't see them. They showed up for the Bitcoin conference to do the circle jerks, do the photo ops, rent Lambos and stuff, but like they've all fallen off of TikTok. I don't see them anymore. Like they don't go live, like they'll make some posts here and there, but like they're not here anymore. They're just gone. They took their money and ran. They scammed all of last year, promoted NFT rug pulls, did it all, and then they just took the money and ran. We going all night. All right, guys, it is time for me to wrap up this session. I appreciate all of you guys so much. YouTube, on the way out, if you guys could smash that thumbs up for me, I would greatly appreciate that. If you're looking to get access to the Discord, get the merch, get some life insurance, figure it out, get in touch, head on over to zachrector.com. I would love to get in touch with you guys. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in tonight. Once again, Friday session, 9:11 p.m. on the West Coast. We're going to sign off for the night. We will see you guys in the next one. We'll be dropping a lot of content this weekend. Some new videos, new deep dives. We're going to give you guys the lowdown on the lobster, and we're also going to be going in on the flare. The XRP DeFi ecosystem is here. We had the upgrade today. NFTs getting launched, partnership with Michael Jordan NFTs. Nothing can stop what is coming. This is the greatest transfer of wealth in world history, and I appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. God bless.